Good morning students. In the previous class we have discussed the basics of eigenvalues, how to identify the eigenvalue and what is the equation representing the characteristics equation of a state model, and from the characteristics equation how you can identify the stability of the system, what is the importance of the model matrix, and how exactly we need to calculate the model matrix. All these things we have discussed in the previous class. Now based on that we will be solving some problems. So consider this problem, take down this problem. Consider a state model with the matrix A. So the matrix A given is 0, 2, 0, 4, 0, 1, minus 48, minus 34, minus 9. For this particular matrix, you need to identify the characteristics equation. So the characteristics equation is lambda I minus A is equal to 0. To identify the characteristics equation, the formula to be used is lambda I minus A is equal to 0. And from this, the roots of the characteristics equation. After framing the equation, you will find the roots. So that roots is nothing but lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3. Suppose if your matrix, order of the matrix A is going to be 3 cross 3, it means that it is 3 state variable. Therefore, you will be getting 3 eigenvalues. And you need to identify your eigenvector M1, M2, M3. The order of the matrix A will be equal to the order of your model matrix M. And you have to prove the transformation M inverse AM as a diagonal matrix. So it is a diagonal matrix. How we can prove means, whatever you are obtaining, that is M inverse AM, you will be obtaining, right? So your eigenvalues will come at the diagonal part. Like this you will be getting your final answer. Lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3, and here 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So whatever eigenvalues you have obtained, all the eigenvalues will appear at the diagonal. That is the answer. That is also prove that the transformation M inverse AM results a diagonal matrix. First we will identify the characteristics equation. So what is the formula to obtain your characteristics equation? It is lambda I minus A is equal to 0. Lambda is your factor, I is your identity matrix whose order is equal to the order of the matrix A. So we will be getting it as like this. It is your identity matrix minus A matrix. What is your A matrix? It is 0, 2, 0, 4, 0, 1, and here minus 48, minus 34, minus 9. So it is your lambda I minus A. After solving this one, you are going to get this particular equation. For this you obtain, it is your lambda I minus A. Whatever you have obtained over here, it is your lambda I minus A. Now you need to frame the characteristics equation. Frame the characteristics equation means you should identify the determinant value of lambda I minus A. So when you identify the determinant value, it falls under one particular equation, that is lambda cube plus 9 lambda square plus 26 lambda plus 24. This is your characteristics equation. So the equation what we have obtained over here is your characteristics equation, and the roots of this characteristics equation will give the eigenvalue. So the roots can either be identified manually by means of your quadratic equation method, or by in a calculator you can identify. So when you identify the roots of the characteristics equation, you are going to get 3 roots. So the roots are lambda 1 is equal to minus 2, minus 3, and minus 4. 3 values of lambda you have obtained. For each value of lambda, you have to obtain your model matrix, that is M1, M2, M3. M1 is the model matrix obtained at lambda 1 is equal to minus 2. M2 is the model matrix obtained at lambda 2 is equal to minus 3. And M3 is the model matrix that is obtained for lambda 3 is equal to minus 4. So for each value of lambda, we need to obtain at lambda 1 is equal to minus 2, you have to obtain what is lambda I minus A. So wherever you have lambda, already you know, already you have identified and kept what is lambda I minus A. In this lambda I minus A, it is your lambda I minus A equation. In this equation you have to substitute lambda 1 is equal to minus 2. So when you substitute lambda 1 is equal to minus 2, here you will be getting minus 2. Here you will be getting minus 2. In the place of lambda plus 9, you will be getting 7. Okay, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now this is your lambda at lambda 1 is equal to minus 2. This is your lambda I minus a. Now we need to obtain what is our model matrix. So the model matrix is obtained as M1. So we know the formula to obtain the model matrix M. The formula is CK1, CK2, CK3. Since the order of the matrix A is 3, K varies from 1 to 3. So to obtain your model matrix M1, first consider C11, C12, C13. Where C represent it is a cofactor matrix. C11 means it is nothing but minus 1 to the power of 2 minor of the element. Minor of the element means first row, first column you should eliminate. And this is your minor of the element. You need to identify the determinant value. It is minus 14 plus 34. So you will get plus 20. Same thing when you obtain for C12. C12 is nothing but minus 1 to the power of 3. First row, second column if you eliminate, it is 7 fours are minus 20. 7 fours are minus 28 plus 48. So when you do so, you will get minus 20. Same thing when you do it for C13, that is first row, third column, you will get minus 40. Taking 20 as a common factor, you will get the model matrix M1 as 1, 1, M1 minus 1 minus 2. So it is your model matrix 1 at an eigenvector minus 2. Next, same like this, you need to identify the model matrix for lambda 2 is equal to minus 3. So for this, what we need to do is, at lambda 2 is equal to minus 3, you have to identify what is your lambda I minus a. It means that you already know where you have your lambda I minus a. So in this place, in this lambda I minus a, okay, you have to substitute lambda is equal to minus 3. So when you substitute, you will get this particular equation. After substituting, you will get at lambda 2 is equal to minus 3, lambda I minus a is equal to this equation. Now you can have to obtain what is your model matrix M2. M2 is obtained with C11, C12, C13, and the formula has been discussed already. What is C11? It is the cofactor matrix. So first row, first column after eliminating, what is the value you are obtaining for this minor of the element is 16. Same thing when you want to obtain it for C12, it is first row, second column. So C12 is equal to minus 1 to the power of 3. Minor of the element is going to be minus 24 plus 48. So you are going to get minus 24 over here. Next, when you calculate your C13 means minus 1 to the power of 4. So it means first row and third column you are going to eliminate. And when you calculate these two minor of the element, that is minus 4, 3, 48, 34. When you calculate the determinant value for this, you after calculating, you will be getting C13 as 8. Okay. Then in this, you can take 8 as a common factor and you are getting the values 2, minus 3, 1. Next, for the third value of lambda. So for lambda 3 is equal to minus 4. Just substitute in lambda is equal to minus 4 in lambda I minus a. After substituting, you will get this matrix. For this corresponding matrix, you need to obtain the model matrix M3. Because at lambda 1, the model matrix obtained is M1. At lambda 2, the model matrix obtained is M2. And at lambda 3, the model matrix obtained is going to be M3. So when you obtain this one, you are going to get M3 as 1 minus 2, 4. Therefore, consolidating M1, M2, M3, so you will get a model matrix. The complete model matrix is written as M1, M2, M3. What is your M1 identified? So M is equal to the M1 identified as 1 minus 1 minus 2. What is your M2 identified? It is 2 minus 3, 1. What is your M3 identified? 1 minus 2, 4. So it is your model matrix. Then using this model matrix, so in the given problem, they ask you guys to identify the characteristics equation. So in this problem, for this particular problem, characteristics equation you have identified by using lambda I minus a. Then eigenvalues also you have obtained. So eigenvalues whatever you have obtained is lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3, that is minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Okay, and eigenvector also you have obtained. Eigenvector is nothing but m1, m2, m3, and model matrix also you have obtained as m is equal to m1, m2, m3. So all the factors you have identified except the last one. Last line says that also prove that the transformation matrix, the last line what it is saying is prove that the transformation matrix M inverse AM results a diagonal matrix. You people have identified what is your model matrix. From this you can identify what is your M inverse. M inverse is equal to adjoint of M divided by determinant value of M. You all know how to identify the determinant value. So what is the formula to identify the adjoint of M? Adjoint of M is nothing but cofactor of M transpose. It is your formula to find out your adjoint of M. So when you do so, you will be getting, so model matrix already you people have identified. To identify your M inverse, it is adjoint of M divided by determinant value of M. Adjoint of M is cofactor of M transpose. So adjoint of M can be identified. Cofactor, what is the order of your cofactor matrix means it will be same as that of your order of the matrix A. So when you do so, you will be getting it as C11, C12, C13, C21, C22, C23, C31, C32, C33. Transpose if you identify, you will get this particular matrix. When you find out M inverse AM, you will find the answer to be minus 2, 0, 0, 0, minus 3, 0, 0, 0, minus 4. So it means that your diagonal matrix, whatever you have in the diagonal, so it will be your eigenvalues. So whatever you have in the diagonal, it will be your eigenvalues. When you check for the diagonalization, you have got M inverse AM as a diagonal matrix. This is how you need to solve for your diagonalization matrix. It is the diagonal matrix of your matrix A. Suppose if in the problem if they had given the value of B, then you can find the diagonalization of the new matrix B as M inverse B. So it is the new diagonalization matrix for B. Suppose in the problem if they have given C, then C into M is going to be the new diagonal matrix. This is how you need to solve the problem to identify your characteristics equation, eigenvalues, model vector, model matrix, eigenvector, and from there how to solve for your diagonal matrix. So in the next class we'll be solving one more problem or some more problems under this to have a good practice. Thank you students.